Hi folks, welcome to another video by the brilliant expat Taffy. A video titled, Who is the Liar? Expat Taffy or Brian Pop Robson?
Well, let's find out, shall we?
Go nuts on my nuts.
Hi, it's me, Creaky. So, I love being Welsh. I really do. The ability to speak without an accent, having a dragon on our flag, Sir Tom Jones. I could go on for days, but every so often I come across something that makes me feel a deep sense of shame. But fortunately in this case it was quickly followed by a healthy dose of uncontrollable laughter. Now if you've seen me before, you will have also seen conspiracy theorists of all kinds making really stupid excuses for why it's so easy for people like me to debunk their nonsense.
Yes, it's because of perspective. Yeah, but that's what the government wants you to think.
And my personal favourite, it's clearly just CG. And then I came across this video from the brilliant expat Taffy, whose reason for Brian Pop Robson being so easily able to debunk his video was this.
It got tampered with and interfered with by hackers who deleted many of the photos in that video.
Brilliant. So, unable to make any sort of intelligent reply to Brian Pop Robson's video, Taff decided it would be a good idea, sorry, I meant a brilliant idea,
Thank you very much.
to tell his audience that hackers had somehow managed to access his channel, edit his video, and remove every proof he had in there that NASA faked the moon landing photos, replace them with photos that clearly show this not to be the case, re-upload it to his YouTube channel, all without him noticing, until of course Brian debunked his video. He noticed then.
Now folks, this video is in response to a video by Paul Patton, whereby he tries to defend the most ridiculous photo ever produced by NASA, a photo that proves 100% to be faked here on the Earth and not taken on the moon, and proves 100% that NASA faked the landings.
And here's that photo coming up, folks.
Now, before we look at Taffy's 100% proof that NASA fake everything, we need to consider this. It took 400,000 NASA employees and contractors to put Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on the moon in 1969, but only one man to spread the idea that it was all a hoax, and that one man's name was Bill Casey. And Bill's hunch was enough to convince idiots like expat Taffy here and thousands of other conspiracy theorists that the US lacked the technical prowess to make it to the moon. And this guy had actually contributed to the space program himself. He was an employee of Rocketdyne, a company that helped design the Saturn V rocket engines. And in 1976 he self-published a pamphlet called We Never Went to the Moon, America's $30 billion swindle. And all it was a series of grainy photocopies and ludicrous theories. Imagine that, grainy photos and stupid theories. Well, luckily for us, we don't have to imagine it. That's what Taffy's for.
Thank you very much.
That wasn't a compliment.
Yes folks, here's the photo that it is all about. Apollo 14, AS14-68-9405. And a cropped version coming up now.
Why do you need a cropped version? You could just as easily zoom in, you know, to the area you want to talk about, because at some point, depending on the megapixel count, cropping is going to result in pixelization. And seeing as none of the 1969 NASA photos were taken using a digital camera, then cropping in is going to destroy the quality of the image anyway. Very handy when you're trying to convince that there's something off about the picture. Hey Taff.
Here you are folks, a cropped version of that photo to give you a better look at it.
Or a grainy pixelated look at it, whichever one suits your purpose, right?
Now, this must be the most ridiculous photo ever displayed by NASA, because it shows this astronaut has only got one leg.
What about this leg here though? Yeah, this one. The one that's clearly visible when you use a high-res picture and zoom in. Now, I may not be as brilliant as you, Taffy, but I know a leg when I see one. I've got two myself.
What that could be due to is somebody was very, very inexperienced at sort of pasting one photo onto another back in the early 70s.
Or it could be that you're either A, short-sighted, after all you are getting on a bit, B, a liar, or C, well there is no C, is there? He's got two legs, so you're a liar. and not as brilliant as you seem to think.
Now, there'll be more videos done of this photo than any other photo in Apollo. I've done quite a few videos on it, and also Joan Evans and Phase 52 have done videos on it.
Quite a few videos, but there are only 20 videos on your channel. But fair play to you, that's almost one for each of your subscribers. I wonder if they're all as stupid as you.
Now folks, that photo of the one-legged astronaut first came to light in June 2007 when another website owner, Sam Colby, for Apollo Reality 2, downloaded it from the NASA photo library back then, 2007. That's when it first appeared. Now, I was given the link to that site by another YouTuber. He said, check out this Apollo Reality 2 and you'll learn a lot about how they faked the landings. And I was amazed when I went onto that website.
Well, what amazes me is that there are actually people stupid enough to believe anything Taffy says. But I suppose as long as we have the internet, we'll have people like this. Despite the volume of evidence, including 382 kilograms of moon rock collected and spread across 6 missions, corroboration from Russia, Japan, China, and all the images from NASA, lunar reconnaissance orbiters showing the tracks made by the astronauts in the moon dust. Belief in the moon hoax conspiracy has blossomed since 1969. The idea that the moon landings were faked isn't even a source of anger for them anymore. To them, it's just a given fact.
Immediately done a video showing that this astronaut never had a right leg. And that brought an immediate response from the NASA shills, Phase 52, Joan Evans, and Birdie Slack.
And now, me. Have you ever stopped for a second to think why it is that only people that believe the same as you see the same as you? Probably not, but the reason it brought responses from all those people, and now me, is because we are not completely insane and we can all quite clearly see his right leg, as I'm sure you can, Taff. But the difference between you and me is that I didn't alter the picture and make it so grainy that you can barely see anything, let alone a leg that's partially hidden behind a piece of equipment in the foreground.
It was very embarrassing for them. And we started having responding videos back and forth. Me making them with me pointing out all the anomalies, and the shills, especially Joan Evans, showing a lot of lies and failing to answer questions with that photo.
Send me any question you like, Taff, as long as it's relevant to this picture, which only an idiot would think shows an astronaut with one leg. I'm happy to answer. Or you could make a rebuttal to this video, if you think you can. Or how about this? Take Brian Pop Robson up on his offer to debate you, because I know he's offered, but you won't do that, will you? Because you know deep down that everything you think you know is a load of old crap. I imagine retirement must be really boring, Taff, and every old age pensioner needs a hobby. But what's wrong with crown green bowls or gardening, stamp collecting, anything but this?
Now, what they done with that photo was they doctored a certain item in the photo to make it look like a right boot under the cart. Now what they said was, you can't see his right leg because it's behind the cart. Now, how many of you have seen a prisoner behind cell bars? Now that cart is made up, it's a frame, different pieces of round tube, a frame. And like a prison cell door, you can see through it. Look at my face here, you can see all of it. Now if there was bars, you'd definitely be able to see some of my face behind the bars. You can see through, you can see the land or the moon surface the other side. You can see through bars. It's not a blank sheet, a box. You can see through. And In between all those bars, there is no sign of any leg whatsoever.
You mean apart from this one, of course. And for me, the giveaway was the foot at the end of it, which is a common feature of many legs. Yeah, part of his leg is hidden from view by the equipment, as I've already said. But what sort of idiots are claiming he only has...
No sign of it. So what they done, a certain item I'll be showing you, under the cart, they doctored it. They put little lines on it, ribs, vertical ribs, to make it look like an astronaut's boot. And that's what this Paul Patton is claiming here. You can see his boot under the cart.
No. He isn't claiming anything, Taff. He is just stating a fact. You can see the boot.
Now, what we're going to be doing with this video is conducting it exactly the same way that I proposed with my cordial, amicable live debate. No discriminate, no.
Do you want me to help you out? No evidence? No chance of winning? No way you'll ever actually debate anyone?
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Insults? No derogatory remarks? Just concentrate on the anomalies in the photo, ask questions and get the answers. Now, Paul Patton will not participate in this live debate, so what we're going to do is pretend he's there.
But we don't need to pretend. Hang on 1 second. I'll just ask Paul right now. Hello Paul, it's me, Creaky. I just thought I'd give you a quick ring. I'm making a video about our friend Expat Taffy, and he keeps saying that you're too scared to debate him.
Absolute nonsense.
So if I can arrange for him to come onto my channel, which would kind of be neutral ground, or maybe on to Agree to Disagree, you'd be happy to debate him live in front of an audience?
Any time, Creaky.
And you're not scared? You're not a chicken?
I'm absolutely terrified.
You look terrified. You look terrified, and that laugh definitely solidifies your fear. Right, thank you, Paul. I will let you get back to it, and I will carry on destroying my fellow Welshman.
Cheers. Bye.
Take care, pal. There you go, Taff. Paul's ready, and now you can prepare yourself. Email me, creaky@creakyblinder.com. Unless you're scared, of course. Then you probably won't. But remember this, Taff, and I say this as one Welshman to another, it's all out in the open now, so if you still don't debate Paul Patton or Brian Pop Robson, which is his alias, everybody's going to know that you're a chicken. Email me, Taff.
I'm going to be there, I'm going to be asking the questions, I'm going to be putting the answers that I know he will give, and if he disagrees with any of those answers that I know he will give, let him do a responding video giving the answers that he do intend to give.
But that's not how a debate works, so allow me to offer you an alternative. You could just respond to me, and I will arrange for you and Paul to discuss it live. That's live, in real time, so no editing, no manipulating pictures, just a good old-fashioned conversation between two grown-ups. Oh, and we'll obviously give you the opportunity to speak as well, Taffy.
Thank you very much.
So, what do you reckon then? Let me know down in the comments section. Will Expat Taffy ever actually debate Brian Pop Robson or Paul Patton, whatever you choose to call him, live, either on my channel or possibly on Agree to Disagree, and I'm sure the Cats and Keeler would agree to host. And don't forget, Mr. Expat Taffy, me old China teapot, it's creaky@creakyblinder.com. Email me, unless, of course, you're too scared. And in case any of you were wondering, yeah, that was a real phone, well, it wasn't a phone call, it was a video call. I sent Paul a message on Twitter, and I asked him, could I do a video call with him so I could include it in the video. So there is absolutely no doubt that Paul Patton is ready to debate Expat Taffy anytime he wants to. So the ball's in your court, Taff. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm the Creaky Blinder, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, love you, bye.
Alright, watch this next. But before you do, make sure you subscribe. By order of the Creaky Blinder.